diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Tucson, Arizona, and the stadium where they bear down for the Arizona Wildcats. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Florida State Seminoles. Taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Arizona Wildcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Football with the run. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Now he'll fire back into the middle. He's got it down the right side. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
Rides to back and leaves it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Hauls it in. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Using the quick game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I'll tell you, this defense, they've looked really good with their backs against the wall. They get down in their own end defensively in the red zone. They really just seem to...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. It's changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Wheeler. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He'll throw it. Caught. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Looking for room. It's Wheeler. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Wisely avoiding the big hit with the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And the Noles will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looking for the goal line. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up in a great position here.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Buys a little extra time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown, Noles! Fitted in the window for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Gets it out fast. The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Got the quick pass. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Wheeler. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field.
Green 25.
Leaves it with the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Off the play fake. Now adjusting. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They make the stop right at the 10-yard line, but oh, what a turn of momentum with that interception. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. The give to the tailback. He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball. He just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. We'll see what the D does, but this crowd bearing down and getting loud on third down. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They punted away on fourth down. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Quarterback making checks. Back to pass on second down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. Fires to the right. He's got it. Breaks into the open. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And to get rid of it quickly. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to throw it. Throws to the tight end. Complete downfield. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Wildcats are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Touchdown, Arizona! Grab in the end zone for the score.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. San Jose State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the boys of a young Jeff Garcia, and they are right back in this. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Western Kentucky. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Got a man. It's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Quarterback moving. Turns and fires a risky pass back to the right. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. This time he's got his man. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown Seminoles. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He'll start this drive firing. Moves around to clear up the vision. Throwing on the run. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch. It's Wheeler. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw again. Pocket breaking down. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back. Nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's complete. And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Wildcats back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Arizona in a hurry. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
This time on target. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack.
He's got it at the 30. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Just drives in between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on...
Brings it down on the right side. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
Makes the grab. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw again. He's got him this time. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
That's caught. It's Wheeler. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. We want many guys swarming to the football.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Taking it the other way.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Flips it out on the screen. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He goes down after a short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Looking to scramble. On the move, he fires. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Here's the return. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down here at the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Still looking, on the move. Throws to the wideout. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And that's a missed opportunity. I mean, he had him open. He could have thrown that football maybe with just a little bit more touch. He had plenty of mustard on it. You could see he threw a bullet. But sometimes when those guys are wide open, you see quarterbacks just, they try to aim it a little bit too much, and it'll come up short.
The give on the option. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
Quarterback extends the play. On the run, deep down the right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Makes a move. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Floating away. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quickly to the tight end. And they're able to get him on the ground.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete on the right side. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
And that's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
The Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll do it himself. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. On the option. His way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Fourth down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. They want to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on down.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
The sure hands, it's Wheeler. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points.
He's loose. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Yeah, and these big fellas, man, they can run so well at their size. A lot of times you see these tight ends, they don't necessarily run around you, but so physical to be able to break tackles and then make those extra yards after the catch.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. The 50. Inside the 30. He's at the and it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Florida State. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Oh, they're after him. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Wheeler. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Wildcats come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Complete to the right. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Dumps it to the back. Catch in the middle, it's Wheeler. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And that's in Arizona.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Gets it out quickly. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Making side adjustments here. From the gun on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. The Wildcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
Trying to find the end zone. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on third and goal.
Get set, get set.
They'll try to sneak it.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on fourth and goal. Might be calling a hot route. This quarterback part of their running game. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
I think most coaches on fourth and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big fourth down conversion.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're down 31-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Louisiana was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Lafayette. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the Sun Belt.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's got it. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead.
He lets one fly deep. Makes the catch at the 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. So close to cashing it in for the touchdown, no! And the stomping has commenced. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be changing the route. They'll start this drive with a pass. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking downfield on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target. Accurate throw in 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. It's caught. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Noles want to crank the tempo. To the air on first down. Steps away. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
A shot toward the end zone. Trying to barrel in. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Out of the gun, looking to throw. Touchdown Seminoles! And the pummeling has started. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Right on the money. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Here's the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires.